The rain had been falling for 3 days straight when Mai lost her job. As she walked home that afternoon, shoulders hunched against the downpour, she remembered something she had read in one of Nichiren Daishonin's letters. Suffer what there is to suffer, enjoy what there is to enjoy. Regard both suffering and joy as facts of life. These words echoed in her mind as she trudged through puddles, wondering how she would pay next month's rent. Mai's story might sound familiar. We all face moments when life seems to throw its hardest challenges at us. But what if these difficulties aren't just obstacles to overcome? What if they're actually precious opportunities for growth and deeper understanding? This is exactly what Nichiren Daishonin taught when he wrote, "The greater the hardships befalling him, the greater the delight he feels, because of his strong faith." At first glance, this might sound strange. Who feels happy when facing problems? Yet this teaching holds a profound truth that can transform how we view life's challenges. Think about learning to ride a bike. Most of us fell many times before we succeeded. Those falls weren't fun, but they taught us what we needed to know. Each scrape and bump helped us understand better how to keep our balance. Now imagine if someone had held the bike upright for us the whole time. We might never have truly learned to ride on our own. The same principle applies to our spiritual growth. In the Lotus Sutra, the Buddha shares a story about a man who finds a precious jewel sewn into the hem of his robe. He had been carrying this treasure all along but never knew it. Similarly, our difficulties carry hidden treasures of wisdom and strength. We just need to learn how to find them. As Nichiren explains in his letter, on the 3 obstacles and 4 devils, the 3 obstacles and 4 devils will invariably appear, and the wise will rejoice while the foolish will retreat. This teaching reminds us that facing challenges isn't just normal, it's actually a sign that we're on the right path. It's like climbing a mountain. The higher you go, the steeper and more difficult the path becomes. But with each step up, the view gets more breathtaking. One of Nichiren's most famous letters, written while he was in exile on Sado Island, says, "Iron, when heated in the flames and pounded, becomes a fine sword." This simple metaphor helps us understand why difficulties are so valuable. Just as iron needs intense heat and hammering to become something stronger and more useful, we too need challenges to bring out our best qualities. Let's look at what happened with Mai. After losing her job, she discovered strengths she didn't know she had. She started a small online business, something she had always dreamed about but never had the courage to try. The very difficulty that seemed like a disaster became the push she needed to pursue her true passion. This matches perfectly with what the Lotus Sutra teaches about the principle of changing poison into medicine. This doesn't mean our problems magically disappear. Instead, we learn to transform them into something valuable. It's like turning lemons into lemonade. The lemons are still sour, but we can make something sweet from them. The great teacher Tian Te, whose teachings greatly influenced Nichiren, explained this idea through the concept of 3,000 realms in a single moment of life. This means that every moment, even our darkest ones, contains the seed of enlightenment. When we're stuck in traffic, dealing with a difficult coworker, or facing a serious illness, we have the power to transform that moment into one of growth and wisdom. Nichiren wrote to a follower who was facing severe problems, "Could there be any happiness greater than knowing that our lives are headed in the direction of Buddhahood?" This reminds us that each challenge we face is actually helping us move toward our highest potential. It's like being in school. Tests and homework might not be fun, but they help us learn and grow. But how do we actually put this into practice? How do we find joy in difficulties when they feel overwhelming? Nichiren gives us practical advice. When you face problems, chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. This simple practice helps us tap into our inner wisdom and strength. It's like having a flashlight in a dark room. The darkness doesn't disappear, but we can see our way through it. Another helpful teaching comes from Shakyamuni Buddha himself, who said, "Be a light unto yourself." This means we already have everything we need to overcome our problems. We just need to believe in ourselves and keep moving forward. It's like having a GPS inside us that always knows the way, even when the path looks unclear. Remember that feeling joy in difficulties doesn't mean we have to be happy about painful situations. When Nichiren was exiled to Sado Island, a cold, harsh place where many prisoners died, he certainly wasn't happy about it. But he used that time to write some of his most important letters, helping countless people find hope in their own struggles. The Lotus Sutra tells us about a bodhisattva named Never Disparaging, who kept showing respect to everyone even when they threw stones at him. He didn't enjoy being attacked, but he found joy in staying true to his beliefs no matter what happened. His story teaches us that we can find deep satisfaction in facing challenges with courage and dignity. Modern life brings its own unique challenges. We deal with stress at work, relationship problems, health issues, and money worries. But these difficulties aren't different from the ones people faced in Buddha's time or Nichiren's time. They're still opportunities to grow stronger and wiser. Think about a garden. Plants need both sunshine and rain to grow strong. Too much sunshine can dry them out, while the right amount of rain helps them develop deep roots. Our lives are similar. We need both good times and challenging times to develop our full potential. As we face our own difficulties, we can remember Nichiren's words, "Winter always turns to spring." This simple phrase reminds us that no challenge lasts forever, and each one helps prepare us for something better. Just as trees grow stronger when they face wind and storms, we grow stronger when we face our problems with courage and hope. When Mai finally found a new job, she realized something important. The time she spent struggling hadn't been wasted, it had taught her valuable lessons about herself and life. She understood what Nichiren meant when he wrote, "The greater the hardships befalling him, the greater the delight he feels, because of his strong faith." Embracing difficulties with joy doesn't mean we're happy about having problems. Instead, it means we understand that each challenge helps us grow stronger and wiser. As the Lotus Sutra teaches, we all have the potential to reveal our innate Buddhahood, and sometimes, life's greatest difficulties are exactly what we need to bring that potential to life. Next time you face a difficult situation, remember that it might be exactly what you need for your growth. As Nichiren taught, these challenges align us with the deepest teachings of the Lotus Sutra. They're not obstacles to happiness, they're stepping stones on the path to becoming our best selves.